Hello everybody, this is Ghostly Winds, and today it's one of those kind of drama videos, but at the same time, since this person loves to say that people on YouTube are snitches, and every time he goes on a live stream he says that this is ridiculous and everything else, and believes that everyone's a liar, please explain all this content here that I will show you. From him tagging YouTube, calling people idiots, insulting them behind their backs, attacking this creator here, big shout outs to him, to, let's go to replies, him attacking other content creators that he hides behind when they make live streams, and also tries to suck up to them by being as bizarrely childish, which I will show in a screenshot after showing you all of this stuff here. Since, remember, ladies and gentlemen, Retro did delete his channel, but it was for 12 hours, and his excuse was to stop haters and trolls going at him, which makes zero sense to me because, as all of his friends have said, just ignore the trolls, ignore the drama. And every time he says that he won't do it, or says that he doesn't care if his content gets re-uploaded by other content channels, drama bait, troll bait, or whatever, it still gets uploaded anyway. Even how much he attacks other people from this person here and many others, his cycle continuously repeats. Now, enough about that. Let's go into gallery. Here it is. This was on today's stream. And remember, folks, this is a 28-year-old male who believes that anybody can be his friend. Doesn't matter if they're bad, good, whatever, pedophile, or whatever. He'll try and be friends with you, even how much you've got ties with them and don't want you to do anything about him. So here's the first screenshot here. And this right here kind of makes me go, why are you bothering to tell someone that's already subbed to you, that has notifications on, to randomly say that you've uploaded 2 videos in a row? It's like, as much as I want to say congratulations, what are you trying to get out of it? I mean, are you looking at this person like he's some sort of like father figure? Does your dad actually give a crap about you, Retro? Is there something missing in your family life that you're not telling me? Is that why you're apparently hiding behind other content creators from the level 1 online, which I've heard some interesting rumors on a certain person who has given me said information that he's hiding behind level 1 gaming online on Twitter to attack LoveGamer58 and other content creators, which makes me question on his whole deleted stream that was already recently uploaded by someone already, on the whole if YouTube is toxic, is full of snitches and all this other stuff, why do you continue to use it? Why are you so narcissistic and think you have like all this pride, and every time you make a live stream you continue to say that this is nonsense, this is all lies this and lies the other, when how many people make videos on you, on not just your gameplay, which again, you believe that other people's content sucks and don't put any effort into anything. But Retro, look at your channel. You don't put any effort into any game that you play. You are the biggest lolcow in internet history. You're as bad as Low Tier God. You're as bad as DSP, which both are lolcows and both have a community that is so manipulated by them and so dented that your community will do anything for you just to simp for you, just to do anything that you want to do just to give you praise. You're pretty much like this image here. And again, it shows how much you really are desperate for attention. But at the same time, you attack me for a video I uploaded on the Dragon Ball Z creator who recently passed away. And yet, you also have a video posted on the person who recently passed away, and you believe that's not being disrespectful to a person that recently died, when I was showing general respect for a man who personally passed away and was wearing merchandise to promote the Dragon Ball Z franchise and the fan art and everything else that goes into it. I mean, Retro, if you want to say that you're this person that never does anything wrong but continues to contradict yourself and say you do everything wrong, again, the only enemy that you have is basically yourself. Now, I don't want to pride or dig too deep into you because of your functional disability and mental disability continuously slapping you back and forth like you're being constantly spanked on every other content creator that does live streams on you or records all of your other live streams that you delete and hide because you can't take the backlash or take any other general criticisms or opinions without being so fragile and broken that you have to run towards your dented community, Twitter, just to bash people even more. And again, you say that you want to be all about gaming, but your community doesn't say that, doesn't even show that most of the time. You say you don't like drama, but you promote it. So again, you're a compulsive liar. You're contradictive of yourself. You attack other people, especially people who live stream / mod are moderators for the people who said live stream for said content creators that you don't like. So again, I ask you, what are you getting out of this? Versus what are you trying to gain? As much as you want to try and friend the universe and friend every person, bad or good, again, you put in very little research in terms of the things that you discuss and the things you talk about. And I'm pretty sure your video that you posted on the passing of a Dragon Ball Z creator, I'm pretty sure that was for clout and clickbait. And yet, again, anything that's to do with anybody that has died, has gone through mental issues, drama, or anything else, you pretty much do what DSP always does. Somehow makes it all about himself and says that he did nothing wrong, never told anybody anything. But at the same time, many people online can show you all the evidence that they have. That's you lying, you're attacking other people, you even trying to false flag me, which is funny because you're breaking TOS to try and get me banned while trying to bring up this cancel culture idea because your little feelings got so hurt and your community that is now actually trying to see the real you is starting to question if you're actually worth being part of the community in gaming when, again, you don't really game as much and yet you're in a assisted living space, and yet your community posts are mostly, very rarely, you going outside, unless you have a community staff holding your hand, just like you have with your community, holding your hand and shielding you against all the bad people, when at the same time, everybody should be letting you go. Because at the end of the day, you say everybody around you is bad, a snitch, a liar, a backstabber, and much, much more. But that mirror that you hardly look into because you can't tolerate yourself or reflect on yourself will even accept that you are the most disrespectful, hypocritical, backstabbing, hilariously bad at games, and how many games have you actually completed versus how many games that you won't complete to how much you save and load scum. Just like DSP, but at the same time, he has his fans hold onto his hand, and yet he beats said games most of the time. Unless he doesn't get the said tip requirements or membership goals. Which again, Retro, I believe you are becoming just like Darkside Phil and Lay to Your God. You rage at games. That is obvious. You suck at games. Again, that is obvious. In terms of you having fun with said games, that needs to be addressed. Because half the time, you say you are happy that you uploaded said video, but at the same time, is that what you're really feeling? What are you actually repressing? I remember one stream in the stream chat where you mentioned in the chat that you hate women but would rather meet them. I ask you, what does that even mean? Are you being sexist? Like, tell me, what were you thinking to post a comment like that? And let me also ask you, you're single, right? You want a girlfriend, right? Would you think saying, I hate women, I'd rather meet them, will give you any chance in life in spreading your offspring and keeping your said person alive for many generations? I ask this because the amount of people that have created so many live streams on you, showing you how racist you are, how much you insult other people, how much you go to other people's channels and the community posts to talk that wild smack about them behind their backs. The fact that you had to create another Discord account because you fell for a scam and got yourself hacked, just to repeat the same mistakes and errors that you continue to do. For others, it's been 4+ years. For many others, it's been longer. And again, like other people have tried mentioning to you that you keep becoming the yes man and saying that you're never going to do this, but continue to do this. How long will that last? Again, people can easily look at your channel and see all the community posts that you clickbait, delete afterwards. Same with your live streams, especially if people have you subbed and have that notification bell on, because everybody can see your posts. Same with Twitter, which I have shown, because again, you can't hide on social media and yet try and friend everybody, friend or not. If they don't like you, respect their choice and opinion and leave them be. The fact that you won't makes me wonder, why aren't you getting any emotional help? But I digress. But at the same time, I also ask, what were you having such a bad day on that was so personal that you kept bringing it up on that deleted live stream? Again, if you don't want to talk about it, why keep bringing it up? Seems a little bit suspicious to me, but at the same time, in your old said home assisted living space. You did beat up a person that was living with you, right? You didn't actually lose your temper and assault another person, did you? You give me similarities of LTT and DSP a fair amount in terms of how you play games, how you deflect, how you believe that everything is everybody else's fault, everybody is nonsense this is insane the other, why are you always being attacked, you're the victim here, you didn't say anything this, you didn't do anything that, blah blah blah. It is obvious that you keep circle jerking yourself to the point where you're running out of excuses, running out of lies, and yet continuously going on the same ride over and over and over again. Remember, you're 28 years old, almost 29, and yet, again, who's the more mature person here? Because when it comes to you, you didn't really show that. You don't even show any general respect for yourself, as well as the amount of people who have told you to stop going at the same people over and over again, because the amount of things that they know that they can hold you accountable on really destroys your reputation. And yet, at the same time, I wish to question, what are you most scared of? Not having any friends in real life that you have to be forced to live in an assisted living space? Or trying to friend everybody on social media and not knowing a single damn thing about them, and not having any research on anything that the said person that you apparently wish to friend, even how many of them have cut ties with you, and have so many screenshots of all of your DMs that you said to them, and much more. Again, in your world where everyone has to be your friend, you're living in a world of lies. Welcome to life, Retro. Welcome to the internet. Will you stay? Will you go? Who knows? You'll probably fake another mental health related issue and say that you're going to off yourself because of this reason and that reason. Or you're going to randomly delete your channel again and say, oh, I'm going to be deleting my channel and moving to another social media. When, again, it doesn't take long to post not just your social media accounts around other websites, like, for examples, Reddit, Kiri Farms, etc. It just shows every time you post a live stream, then delete it. It shows you don't have a spine or functioning genitals in that matter. It shows that you're nothing but clickbait. You're nothing but drama bait. You're nothing but try to drag more people towards you to hate you more, versus to drag you into your gaming content and other content that means more than what you have to say about whatever drama you wish to make yourself feel more included in, but at the same time, your mental health, your first physical health, and everything else continues to slap you in the back of the head. So again, it's obvious that your community is, I want to say, on the spectrum, but at the same time, not all of them are as bad as you and easily forgiving as you believe everyone should be towards you. And at the end of the day, Retro, if you're not going to change, then what's going to believe myself and everybody else that continues to make content on you, deleted streams or not, continues to make content promoting your gameplays for This Is How You Don't Play, making their channels bigger, but at the same time, you could have easily made some revenue and more followers if you promote that type of content. I mean, at the same time, you're bad at games, but at the same time, if you can promote the hate, you can easily get as many followers and just as much more people engaging with your gaming content. But instead, you'd rather go on Streamlabs every night and day, clickbait the title, attack other people behind their backs. Doesn't matter if I have them tagged or not, because again, notification bell, everybody can see it, everybody will go to it, and everybody will yell at you. And yet, you don't want that, but at the same time, you do want that. It's kind of like playing Persona 4, where you fight your shadow self. What I see from you, Retro, is you constantly fighting yourself. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but at the same time, you're fighting yourself. And you are fighting against everybody else and going back and forth trying to friend them and then hating them again and friending them again. And again, as much as you are so desperate for attention, there's nothing better for you to actually do online besides force people to not subscribe to said people when, again, it's their free will and it's their choice. So why are you breaking the rules of the commandments in terms of thou shalt not affect freedom of choice and thou shalt not thou shalt not change their freedom of will? How do you affect someone's choice and will? Well, it's better off than you not going, please don't sub to this person because they're toxic, when, Retro, I beg to differ on terms of who's the most toxic person here, because, again, with everybody making videos and live streams on you on the daily, especially how many live streams you delete, and community posts that you delete, and Twitter posts that you probably delete, or block people from trying to see your Twitter posts, when, again, people can just easily find workarounds around that and have more information to use against you, which you don't want, because you don't want to be seen as the bad person, do you? But at the same time, you're showing yourself to be the bad person. And you can say I'm lying, but I'm not. You can say it's all nonsense, because you're living in a delusion. You can say that you'll continue to upload gaming, but at the same time, you'll still be dramatic anyway. And at the same time, I'm still surprised that you still haven't apologized to your community that, again, I'm pretty sure is very confused, but at the same time, I feel that you use and abuse them in terms of how you choose to use your mental state as a way to guilt trip and get more people to feel sorry for you and attack other people for you. It's very sad and depressing, really, but at the same time, that's what you want, right? For everyone to feel sorry for you every day, everybody to hold your hand every day, everybody to, like, randomly put your clothes on for you. I'm pretty sure your home assisted community staff do that for you, right? You're 28, right? You sure you don't need help with being actually independent when at the same time you have other people doing everything for you? Isn't that a little bit weird? I mean, semantics. But again, if you wish to live a life of being a child and hiding behind any other person that's live streaming, hide in their stream chat. Try and friend the people that don't wish to have any involvement with you or wish to care about anything with you. Again, why continue to even talk to them? And to finish this very long video, I will end this with a Boondocks quote from Riley. Game recognizes game, but you are looking very unfamiliar. Do I know you, sir? Again, Retro. Game recognizes game, but you don't have any game. In terms of your talents, in terms of gaming, it's obvious that you will never get to a point where your content means anything. It's just a way to escape what's going on in real life by gaming badly and at the same time gaining more trolls and more haters onto your channel. Now you can say you don't care, but I know you do. You can say that you're going to quit doing what you're doing, but everybody knows you won't. Again, do you believe anybody in your community is going to trust you now? Because at the same time, I don't believe it's ever going to happen. But again, you sleep in that said bed, you can make it. And at the same time, with you going back and forth with drama, using your mental health, using your fans and your dented community to go at others, and also hiding behind other people to say that this person's saying this and this person's saying that, and giving half a story versus the other half that makes just as more sense as just your side, just makes you lose all that respect and general cares that everybody thought they could give. Instead, they'd rather give it to someone that can actually give a damn and actually show some general respect and courtesy for the fact that, remember, you left for 12 hours. And at the same time, if you don't care for your community, it's about time you probably did. Because otherwise, you're just going to keep using them as a tool. Not for boosting other communities to gain not just popularity, but not just friendships as well, but something for everybody to enjoy. And the fact that you also wish to destroy what you enjoy just shows you are destructive of yourself and destructive to the world around you. Hope you all have a wonderful day. I am Ghostly Winds, and I'm signing out. Good night, everybody.